Paul Farahvar here. It's time for another reissue of Singles Only podcast. No Why Are You Awake? I'm still on the road doing shows, haven't had time to record, and also I have my new project coming out soon. I promise you it will be fun, and you can watch it right here on the YouTube channel. This week, though, I am reissuing one of my favorite comedians on the Singles Only podcast, Christina Walkinshaw. She did the podcast multiple times, career single comedian, hilarious. This was episode 152 from May of 2019. So this episode is older than most of your kids, I guess. I don't know. It's before COVID. So fun episode. Make sure you follow Christina if you don't already, and make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get notifications, do your notification thing. So when my new show comes out, it's called Stuck with Paul tentatively. And there will be episodes of Why Are You Awake as well. I'm going to be cruising on MSC Shores, my first comedy cruise until December 14th. Then I'll be in Calgary at the Comedy Cave December 16th through the 20th. I'll be back in Chicago for stand-up sit-down on Monday, December 22nd. If you want free tickets for that show, just follow me on Instagram and ask for tickets. And then we'll have that show again on December 29th, Monday at the Laugh Factory. Same thing. Follow me on Instagram for those. I'll be headlining Off the Hook Comedy Club on Tuesday, December 23rd. In Naples, Florida. Off the Hook, home away for home for me. And then I'll be at Yellow and Company in Mahomet, Champaign, Urbana, Illinois area on New Year's Eve for two shows, 7 and 9 p.m. Go to my website, paulfcomedy, for all details on tickets for these. In January, I'll be touring as well. I'll be in Tampa, Sarasota, Denver, and then I'll be in Arizona coming up too. Follow me, paulfcomedy.com for all my upcoming dates. Also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I also am on Threads. So if you like to hear my political and legal rants, go to Threads. Also check out my Substack for free. Subscribe, please. I have like 10 subscribers on Substack. It's embarrassing. It's just all my old blogs. And if you have questions for me, you can ask them there or any of my social medias, and then I'll answer them during my blog. It's just a blog about comedy, basically my life as a former lawyer / musician / full-time stand-up comedian. That's it. Thank you for listening, watching, and supporting comedy and supporting me by listening to this. And please follow me and check out our sponsors. Hey gang, as some of you know, I used to be a practicing lawyer in Chicago. I no longer practice, but from time to time I need a lawyer. And when I need a lawyer, I call my friend Scott Shapiro. Scott Shapiro has been practicing law for over 25 years in Chicago. He does it all, from workers' compensation to personal injury, employment issues, and even entertainment law and contract needs. If you need a lawyer, call my friend Scott. 312-648-8800. That's 312-648-8800. Or you can email him at scott@scottshapirolegal.com. Tell him I sent you. You're welcome. It's time for another edition of Singles Only Podcast. On tonight's episode, we have no voice of reason again and again. It's a guest that we love who was also here when we didn't have a voice of reason. It's like there's no reason to be had.
I know. I'm so hardcore single that I'm on the Singles Only podcast for a second time.
You're a returning guest, which you've only done 7 times. Christina Walkinshaw.
Hi, it's me, Christina. And Patty, yeah, I need you here.
Hey, Patty.
I need to meet Patty.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's my second time doing this.
And she happens to be like close by randomly. We're in Los Angeles recording at the main studios at KTLA here.
Sure, we'll call my apartment that.
Sure, we'll call it that. So yeah, you are so hardcore single that you deserve a second episode.
But I feel like I need this voice of reason, Patty. I need to meet her. And
yeah.
right?
She's not that reasonable. She's more treasonish. More voice of treason is what we call her lately.
Oh, I've listened to a ton of episodes.
Oh, no
Don't get
way.
me wrong.
Oh,
I'm not
thanks.
just a listener. I'm not just a guest. Sorry, I'm also
Long-time listener.
long-time listener. Yes.
Never called in yet.
I know. I've never called
We
in.
got some
but-
calls in here. No, I'm just kidding. So, Christina, you're still single.
Yes.
And first of all, everyone needs to follow you on Instagram. You are the fitness guru.
I'm fitness guru. But do you want to know my dirty, my actual motivation behind fitness guru?
What is it?
It's not very nice. I have to be honest.
Uh-oh. Go
Okay.
ahead. As long as it doesn't involve me.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
So whatever. I've been doing comedy for like 20 years and mostly in Canada. And I know nobody knows who I am. And I'm like,
Everyone knows who you are.
well, I don't know. I'm living like the middle class of comedy where I'm not like a broke open micer and I'm not rich and getting trolled out the ass on the internet, but I just like magically have this weird career. It's like I'm on my own path, right? But I'm okay, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes it feels like these days, and I didn't have this option when I was starting out, it feels like these days, all you have to do to be a comedian is take a picture of yourself on a stage with a microphone in your hand, and voila, you're a comedian. I didn't have that when I started in 1999. I had to go and get fed to the dogs and dive bars in Cornwall, Ontario until I figured out stand-up comedy. And so Fitness Guru is kind of me being tongue-in-cheek, being like, well, if you're a comedian, I'm a fucking fitness guru.
Oh, so you're making fun of us that take pictures with the microphone.
I don't mean
I
to.
see what's going on here.
We're
We're done here. Fastest podcast. Where can people find out more about your... Oh,
Oh, great. Now I sound like a dick. No wonder I'm single. I'm an asshole.
No.
No. So that's just my tongue-in-cheek thing. Because obviously, I don't know how well you know me, but I'm not a fitness guru at all. I do my best. I go to the gym or yoga like 3 or 4 times a week, or I hike. But I'm always the worst in class. I do show up. But I'm not particularly skinny for the city, but I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best. Which,
No, I
you know
think-
what? Bless their hearts. All the new comics,
their
they're doing that too.
yeah.
So yeah.
No, I get it. I feel like I do the same thing. I went hiking every day I was here. But the problem I have with staying in shape is I eat like shit.
Me too.
So I don't cook at home.
Yeah.
I don't have any food. I eat all my meals out and I eat late at night.
Me
That's
too.
the biggest problem.
Because
I know. I
it's-
follow your Instagram.
Because you can't eat before a show.
Absolutely not.
I already am superstitious that whenever I eat Thai food before a show, I bomb.
Thai food. I can't.
I think the coconut curry, it's my favorite, but I feel like it's weighing me down on stage.
But then I always feel like when you do a show and they have like a free buffet and it's really good food,
Yes.
and I'm like, is this going to be available after the show? And they're like,
never
no. I'm
is.
like, I'll just have a little. And then I regret it on stage.
Same. I know you get
Because
a
I
food
get
coma on
bloated.
stage.
Yeah, I start burping, like especially when you start
Yes.
like if you do physical stuff. I'm not a physical comic, but even if I like bend down, also I'm like, oh, I got to burp, and I'm in between. Like, when am I going to do this burp
It's so true.
in the middle of the line? Yeah.
But you're right. But then sometimes the options are eat right now before the show or don't eat at all.
Yeah.
That's
So you got to
it.
eat late at night, and you go late at night, and then they have like great carrot cake at Cantor's. So I had that after I ate a pastrami sandwich last night after my show, but I deserved it because I had a good set. But
Yep.
then when you have a bad set, you're like, I deserve it because I had a bad
Yep.
set. So it's pretty much every night you're eating
So true. You deserve
pastrami
it.
and a carrot cake.
You deserve it either way.
Yes. But we're off topic,
Oh
Christina.
yeah. We're supposed to be talking about me
Single.
being single.
Why are you single? How is that possible?
But I love being single.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't like
That's
that.
why we need a voice of reason. You're right.
Exactly. I don't like
We're yes-anding each other.
Exactly. I don't like that people look at a woman my age and they're like, "Oh, you're single. Oh my God, how are you single and 40 and still no kids?" And I'm always just like, I don't know, just lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I'm genuinely enjoying my life.
Yeah, it's hard to explain to people that like you don't need to get you can be happy in your at 40 or whatever
Yeah.
and be single.
Yeah.
But you go on dates though.
Yeah.
lot.
Well, it's funny because I hadn't dated in a while. I hadn't had sex in like 4 months, but then I recently had sex.
Camel. That's what we call sex camel.
You call it a sex camel?
Yeah, because
Like
you
a
know
dry
camels
spell?
can't drink. They can go months without water. It's
Oh,
sex
yeah.
camel.
I like it. Well, I was figuring something
Hashtag
along
sex
the...
camel. I'm gonna be the sex camel.
Oh my God, I like
you're the
hashtag
fitness
sex
guru.
camel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Oh my God.
Okay, so
But here's
4
the thing,
months.
and I don't know how it is for dudes, but I feel like for women, like the longer you go without sex, the more you can kind of sustain. You're
Address
fine.
it like camels.
Yes, but once you have sex, then you're like, damn, That's good.
That's fun, yeah.
We got to go do that some more. And so then you kind of throw yourself back into the dating world again. But for the most part, I literally find my life more fulfilling working and hanging out with friends and chilling by myself and writing and doing yoga.
Well, can't you just have a deal with people that you like? This is something I think, especially someone like you who's like doesn't want to get married,
right?
Doesn't want to be in a relationship. You are in the driver's seat to be like, I just want a guy. Listen, we're gonna have Thursdays with Tony or whatever his name is, and just be like, we're gonna meet. You don't have to stay over. In fact, I prefer if you don't, or if you do prefer cuddling, whatever, and just be on your way. Like you can do that.
I got a new rule, and I feel like this rule, I told it to Jen Murphy, who's my great comedian friend, and she agrees with this new rule. And I made this rule only after many years of figuring out what my favorite romances are in life. But I feel like my new rule is no fucking anyone in LA. No fucking anyone in the city that I live in.
Why is that?
Because then there's expectations, and then there's questions to ask.
What if it's on the other side of town?
I mean, in this town, that's possible because I would
you're not
never
gonna see someone on the
drive
east
that
side.
far to get laid. I'd be like, I'm just going to stay home and chill off.
Chilling off. Great podcast.
Chilling off, my podcast with Jen Murphy. Check it out. It's a lot about not getting laid. Anyways, but here's what I love. I love going on vacation, and I love like vacation fling.
Yeah.
So I like going, and then so I was on a cruise, and I had a fling. I took a lover. And so the first week we were just friends. And then the second week we started sleeping together and it was perfect. And then at the end it was like, well, you're going to your home and I'm going back to my home. And that was great. And it was like, I hope our paths cross again situation. And an added layer to this fling, which I feel like I should talk about because I talked about this on the last time I was on your podcast. Remember my last relationship? I was in the polyamorous relationship.
One, yeah, of course.
But in that relationship, I was the primary. And at first I thought that would be the sweet spot. Be like, oh yeah, being number one is the best. But no, so he's in an open relationship because he's on the road so much. And so he has a primary at home. And so I got to be the kind of secondary, the kind of the other consensual woman. And I got to tell you, I was much more comfortable in that role.
Yeah, it's less expectations.
Like less expectation. And, I'm old enough that I've done the whole, I met someone who lives far away on a vacation and now we're going to try to make it work. And now let's move across the country for each other. And I've seen the way that story's played out.
Never ends well.
It never ends well.
Never ends well.
So it's nice when you like have a little perspective and you're older and you're like, well, I know how that story goes. If we got infatuated with each other and kept on communicating and then it's like, you're coming here and I'm going there and I'm going to move here and I'm going to throw my life away from you and you're going to throw your life away from me. And then it's going to end in like 6 weeks.
See, like I am the same exact way as you. And this is why we do need a voice of reason because I feel the same way. But I'm just going to play devil's advocate because I wasn't in a polyamorous relationship, but I had been in relationships where I was the guy who she was cheating on her boyfriend with.
But so that's not polyamory if it's
I
not
understand
consensual.
I understand that. But the same concept for my role in
Yeah.
the relationship is the same as your role.
Yes.
Because yours is less guilt, obviously. Because
I definitely
or zero
don't want the
guilt.
guilt.
Because
Yeah.
mine is there's guilt, but I also like that there's no expectations.
Yes.
And I like the fact that I can be like, well, I'm the other guy, so you should talk to Bob or whatever.
Right.
So there's that similarity in that concept.
Yes.
But the flip side, playing devil's advocate, is like, why are we putting ourselves in these situations? Is it because we truly like to be single, or are we hiding from something? Look at that deep shit I came up with. I haven't gotten high since 87.
Oh no, I'm going to have to bust out wine to answer that question. I'm still on the coffee. I smell like
Wait,
coffee
that's
and
wine
tacos.
in your coffee?
No, it's not. It's coffee in my coffee cup, I swear.
She's like, I'm going to have to get the wine.
I said I need wine now.
I thought she put wine in Starbucks.
I smell like coffee and tacos. That's the official smell.
You
Girls
said
in
that,
LA.
but I haven't smelled it yet. Okay,
Thank
so
God. I don't think I'm hiding from anything. I think I'm
or scared
organically
of something.
who I am. But I've had lots of relationships. Haven't you had relationships?
Yeah, I have. I think go between like 1 month to 9 months.
Okay, so like my
But
longest
nothing, like, consistent.
have been like 3 years. But
Oh,
at
no,
the
I
end
haven't
of
done that.
2 to 3 years, I always feel like I get a bit of an itch, or I know I'm not done being single yet. I'm not saying that maybe like later down the road I might be able to commit to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just saying as a 20 or 30 something year old person, I'm still developing a lot and figuring out who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm not the same girl I was in my 20s. I'm not even the same girl as I was in my 30s. And so I don't know.
I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago.
Yeah. So how could I be with the same person I was with in my 20s or my 30s when I'm not the same person?
You should just run this podcast. This is exactly what I fucking say every time. Where I tell people that. Because if you get in a relationship, especially people that get married like out of college or their high school sweetheart, I'm like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
You have no individual growth. Like
No, I
you're
know.
growing with somebody else who probably doesn't want to grow with you.
And both people are going to grow, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to change, and so is your partner. And then who knows? Maybe you're going to be this beautiful, wonderful relationship where you guys both grow and you both change, but you both change in the same direction. But there's a lot of directions to go in life, and there's a good chance you're going to change in very different directions.
Absolutely. And this is why there's Florida. This is where people go. They go to Florida to not change. Just stuck in their lack of growth.
Is it funny that the guy I just banged is from Florida?
Where in Florida? What part of Florida? Don't say that.
I won't disclose the exact area. We'll leave a
rhymes with
little
Tampa?
mystery. No.
Rhymes with Arizona? No, I don't know.
No. And I'm like, oh my God, how? I just feel lucky that I'm banging people from Florida and I'm not getting murdered. So
Yeah.
I watch a lot of Forensic Files.
Does he do a lot of meth?
What was that?
Meth is big in Florida too.
No, he didn't look very methy.
He had
So
all
that's
his
good.
teeth.
But I really like the word methy as an adjective.
Methy.
So.
Yeah, sure,
Methy.
use it. We created all kinds of shit today.
But what if you were methy, but then you were on the cruise ship and you were like, well, I guess I better not do meth
gotta
this
hide
week.
my meth.
But yeah, maybe you're like, I got to hide the meth.
Maybe he was methy and he just didn't take it on the cruise.
Right? Maybe I dodged a bullet. That's how we have to start looking at our love lives and our sex lives and our dating lives. Don't look at it as the one that got away. Be like, I dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I need to write all this shit down. Usually
It's
during the
actually being
podcast, I
recorded
write
right now,
stuff.
Paul, if you did
I know,
everything
but-
right and pressed the right buttons.
I know, but I need it for
You
like
don't need-
notes. Usually I write the notes so I know what to put in the
Are we
summary
going to
of
call
what we
this?
talked about.
Are we going to call this episode "Dodged a Bullet"?
Dodge the bullet, and then we had a hashtag earlier. What was
Yeah.
that? I already forgot our hashtag.
Oh my God, this podcast is
Fitness
moving too
girl.
fast.
Fuck. What was the hashtag?
It was-
People are listening right now and they're yelling and we're like, relax.
I know everybody that's listening already remembers everything we've said, and we don't because we're on the podcast. He's writing something.
Dodge the bullet is what
Dodged
I
a
wrote.
bullet. But now I feel bad that I said that because I had the best romance. That was the best. That fling was perfect, and that sex was so good. And sex like that wouldn't happen in like a real relationship.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That was intense. Like, we only have a week or two together. Let's make the most of getting to know each other and have fun. It was so good.
It's great. No, so I talk about the thing that I wanted to create was a what was the word we create contractually. You would be in every city you have somebody like because you're on the road and just be like you're gonna be. It's contractual monogamy or regional monogamy is the word.
Okay, I like this. So I feel like I know a comic in Toronto that he's got one in every town.
Regional monogamy.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
got a
that's like
girlfriend
the
in every
goal in
town.
life. Because I think I got that from baseball players. Because you go to spring training, and you see all these women throwing themselves as players because they want to be like the girl in Cincinnati. When you go to Cincinnati, I'm going to be your girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that? Like you can have regional monogamy. Be like, hey, I'm going to be at Goonies in Minneapolis.
But
and
what
Bob
happens?
is there.
Okay, and I don't feel like this with every city, but certain cities, I want to go back, but I like the city so much that I still want to meet new people. And for example, New York is that city for me.
Yeah, big cities, no.
Yeah,
but what
like-
about like small towns?
Maybe small town, yeah. Because
Do you
New
do
York,
those small gigs still?
I do. I definitely go to a lot of different cities, but I feel like New York is the only town that I've had like 3 good romances in New York. And so as much as it'd be fun to go back to all those guys, if they were single, it's always fun to go back and meet new people too. Right?
Yeah, in big
The
cities.
world is very
but when you're
big.
in like fucking Nebraska, you're not gonna meet more than one normal person there.
Wow. Paul just threw Nebraska
Hashtag
under
Nebraska.
the bus.
I'll be in Omaha next week if you want to check it out.
Hashtag Omaha under the bus. I've been to Omaha. I performed at the Funny Bone there and I loved it.
Funny Bone. Catch me at Funny Bone next Wednesday. If you had a problem with what I said, Lincoln, Nebraska, I'm looking at you. No. But you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna find someone that you have a lot in common with in those small towns.
Yeah. That's true.
And if you find a cool person in a city like that, like you'd want to hang out with them more and grow with that person when you're in once or twice a year in Lincoln, Nebraska.
But then I do feel like you have to be cautious of the fact that somebody like that in a small town, they might have been single the first time you met them, but the second time you go back to the city, they might not be single anymore.
Right. If they're not single, then obviously it's over. But you don't have to be careful. It's social media now will tell you.
That's very true.
You see them with like 6 girl pictures of the same person in 3 Instagram pictures. Like, all right, it's over.
And has that ever happened to you where you made a connection with somebody, but you like them?
100%.
And then you go back to the city and you get all excited that you're going to have that same kind of sex that you had the first time, but then they're in a relationship the second time?
Yeah, I have.
And then you're like, oh.
Or they're married. Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah. Oh.
I had that before I did comedy. I would go to a city, and I had a girl that was like we used to just had great times when I go to that city a lot.
Yeah.
And then she got like married.
Oh,
I think it just happened 2 days ago, so it's fresh in my head.
See, I feel like
oh, that's weird.
My big burn on that game would have been like mid 2000s. So like we're talking like pre MySpace, like maybe 2004.
There was MySpace in middle 2000s.
Yeah, I mean there was MySpace actually because I was friends with him on MySpace, but I definitely we weren't as actively. We didn't have smartphones. We weren't playing on this stuff all the time, and so I had a really good fling in New York, right? And it was it was great. I mean, the first night I was still young enough that I got ashamed when I had a one night stand. And so then the next night he was like, do you want to hang out? Can I take you out for dinner? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, no, I can't. But then I went out in New York with my friend. And then, we met all these other guys and nobody
but in your head, you were still thinking
as
about
him. I was like, that guy was so great. Why am I not giving him a second night on my very brief trip here? And so then the last night I went out with him again. And it was like the most magical night. So you didn't go out with him
the middle night?
The middle night I took off. In fact, I think I took off 2 nights because I was probably doing a show one night. But anyways, I took a couple nights off, but then I was like, no, that guy was the best. Why am I so embarrassed about that one night stand?
So you went to a payphone.
So then, no, I actually might have gone to a payphone, or maybe I had like a cell phone that was like pay-as-you-go minutes. Like it was the dirty
2000.
early years of comedy.
Yeah.
If there had been social media, I would be the kind of comic that was just a comic with a profile picture with a mic in front of me.
Hashtag fitness guru.
Hashtag fitness.
Hashtag?
Now I've evolved and I've branded myself as a fitness guru. But anyways, so I have this romance with this guy, and then like the last night that we have like all these like great sex all night, and it runs into the morning so hardcore where I have to like run out of his apartment at like 5 a.m. to go back to my apartment and get, my suitcase and get to the airport to barely make my flight. Like it was one of that where I didn't want to leave.
Nonstop sex?
Yeah. Well, I mean, first we went out the whole night.
How old is this guy? Was there Viagra back then?
No, we were in our early 20s.
Yeah.
His sexual peak, not mine. But
even in my 20s, though, I couldn't do that. That's a lot of work.
We must have been like 25. But it was really intense. It was great. So anyways, then I decide, I guess it was maybe about a year later, that I want to go back to New York for like New Year's Eve. And I am so excited to see this guy. And I text him or whatever. And he's like, okay, I'll bring out my friend because you're with your friend. And I bring out my friend Sarah. And so the 4 of us all go out and I'm so excited. And he waits till like we're legitimately like a good 4 or 5 drinks in. Like we've been to a few bars. We're on a bar crawl. And then he's finally like, I have to tell you something. And I was like, what? And he goes, I have a girlfriend.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh, I wish he fucking told me that before I got on the plane.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Or at least before the 4 drinks.
Yeah.
Because then at that point, guess what happened? I cried.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, I felt so stupid. I came back to New York for New Year's to sleep with this guy.
You brought your friend Sarah Silverman.
Create my friend Sarah Silverman.
She met his friend was Jimmy Kimmel, and then
we were just out with Sarah and Jimmy for the night. But
and then you start crying at a bar.
Crying.
Oh,
I ran out of the bar. Again, we're not like.
Did he see you crying, or did you like go? I'll be right back.
I think I said I'll be right back, and then I think I ran out of the bar. And then I feel like Sarah had to come find me. It was so heartbreaking. But now what's funny is like now that I'm older, right? Now it's like 15 years later. Now I can go have that same kind of intense vacation fling, but not make that tragic error of like going back for more of it. Do you know what I mean? Like now
leave on a high note.
Yeah, you're like, I know how that story ends now. Like that story ends like it can't end with me going back for more.
With an ugly cry, yeah.
with
like cry at a bar.
I'm gonna
with
come back
Sarah
to your
Silverman.
city and like, I can't do that anymore.
I want to take this time to welcome a new member to the family at Singles Only Podcast, Hopsmith Tavern, located at 15 West Division in the heart of the Gold Coast area in Chicago. Hopsmith is an upscale sports bar that has great food, an amazing staff, 25 TVs, and 30 beers on tap. Please check them out when you are in Chicago or online at hopsmithchicago.com or at hopsmithchicago on their Instagram page. Also check out their Nashville location at 1903 Division Street, hopsmithchicago.com and Hopsmith Nashville. They are part of the Big Onion Tavern Group, which you might know from their other locations like Fat Pour and also the Irish Oak. Please check them out. And hey, tell them that you listen to Singles Only and you will get 10% off of your complete bill. Don't believe me? Try it. Check them out. Hopsmith Tavern, 15 West Division in the heart of the Gold Coast. What will be different now is, unlike the MySpace era, you will be able to like prepare yourself by looking on his page. Be like, all right, is he still in? Is he Facebook official or whatever, or with a girl, or is like has he been like quiet? You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny because with the poly guy that I just hooked up with, so we have each other on Instagram. And
poly guy is
this
cruise
is the new
one.
one, the cruise guy. So it's
Methy.
funny. He's not methy, I swear.
Okay.
We have to specify this when we're talking about men from Florida. Okay.
Non-methy Florida guy.
You know when you add somebody on Instagram and then when you're on Facebook, and I took Facebook off my phone, so I really don't partake in Facebook a lot. Oh yeah, I want to live my life. But if I'm at home, I'll open Facebook, right? And then he'll always pop up as like somebody you might know, somebody you might want to add as a friend. Yeah. However, I think that in my position, it's smarter just to have him on Instagram, because if I have him on Facebook, I'll be able to see when his girlfriend tags him. Does that make sense? So I'll be able to see all these things with other people tagging him, which maybe as much as I'm fine with it, but maybe I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you don't need, it's like throwing your face in, throwing it in your face.
So I like having him on Instagram. He doesn't seem very active on Instagram anyway, so it's like an easy place for me to like
announcements
write
will
him.
Be there, yeah.
But yeah, and anytime he posts something, it's fine. Of course I'm gonna like it. I'm very supportive. He's very cute. He's a lovely human being, and it was so fun. But yeah, I feel like you're smarter maybe not to add those people on Facebook and just to have them on Instagram, because you don't see the other people's.
The other half. Well, some people aren't active on Facebook either, too. So
that's
maybe
true.
he's like.
I'm getting very inactive on Facebook, but I'll link things if I post something on Twitter, or not Twitter, but Instagram.
I thought you said on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn with him.
I should go back.
I congratulated him on his 1-year anniversary at every job he had. Who does that? I do that.
You should add me on LinkedIn.
Are you on LinkedIn? Cool.
Somewhere.
I use it. It's a good marketing tool.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah, but they hit me up all the time. Like, do you want more clients? I'm like, I don't practice law anymore.
Clients?
Yeah,
that's right.
They're like, what do you mean you're retiring? I'm like, ugh. Follow me
on,
but then I'm like, follow me on Instagram and you can find out. And then I get followers, win-win. And then I'm going to have my own fitness guru page.
Oh my God, I can't wait for you to be a fitness guru.
I'm going to be the new fitness guru.
You can do anything you want with the power of marketing on the internet now. You can brand yourself as whatever you want.
I'm a date coach now.
Oh my God, can we please be dating coaches?
Well, this podcast has become #date coach when I say we have a new episode.
Yeah.
But then real date coaches friend me on there, and they're like, oh, he's a competition. But if they listen to an episode, they're like, oh, this guy's. This is, if people hear the truth,
dude,
we're never going to get any business.
Exactly. I got real fitness gurus now adding me and like, hey, do you want to come to our gym? I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. I'm not a real fitness guru.
Did you see me eating a donut?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm 160 pounds and I drink every night and I love salami. I'm not a fitness guru.
I think that the date coach thing is even better, because then they don't, if they listen to this episode, because we're preaching truth. This is like, we're ahead of our time.
People need to know that it's okay to be single, and it's actually quite peaceful.
And you're in 40 and above. That's the way to go.
Yeah, it's actually great. And I have so many friends in relationships, and when I hang out with them, we're usually just talking about the struggles within that relationship. Which I get it. Relationships are a lot of work. Yeah. That's the thing.
Do you still go out with, so like my friends, when they get married and have kids, I don't see them anymore. Does that happen to you?
I feel like I'm at an age now where my friends like I actually just hung out with my friend that has 2 kids right now, like right before I met you. And I was saying, and I don't mean to be like brag or make you or whatever here, but I kind of like my role in their lives. Like I feel like they have a lot of friends.
You go and you leave.
That have, yeah, I feel like a lot of my girlfriends with children, they have a lot of other friends with children. And so they know that they can't call those friends when they have like 2 hours to kill.
Yeah.
Those girls can't go out. But all my friends, when they need a little release time or they need a little adult time, they need a little chat, I really need to chat, or they need a margarita, they know they can call me.
You're
and
the fun friend.
Yeah, and I kind of
like real friend.
I kind of like playing that role in their lives. I'm like, I like that you can just call me on a, what is it, Thursday? Okay, great. It's good that I knew that. A Thursday afternoon and being like, I want to go for a drink at 3:15 at Neiman Marcus and have a peach martini. And I was like, well, I'm not doing peach martinis and I'm not doing Neiman Marcus because I'm not that kind of woman. But if you want to go to Mexicali and have a
tacos,
quesadilla,
margaritas,
chips and salsa and a margarita happy hour, I'm there. And then she's like, yeah. But I kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of it's a cool role to play in somebody's life.
Yeah.
Lives too, right?
I don't know what my role is in my friends. My friends that I had that are married with kids. I don't think they call me. I feel like they all go out without me a lot.
Oh no! See,
I'm
I
not
feel
invited.
like,
but I don't know if I want to be there anyway because it's just like them talking about their gardening and stuff.
Exactly. I'm probably not going to a lot of the family-oriented functions, but whenever they can take a little breather and just get out and kind of be like
fun stuff.
Yeah, kind of like a normal. Let's pretend you were single again for 2 hours, kind of afternoon or evening. I feel like that's the time that I spend with them, and I feel like they love that.
When you guys were at Mexicali, did people send you tacos? Like, give those 2 ladies some tacos.
No, but they're really swift with chips and salsa there. They just like keep refilling. And yeah. And I only had a drink and a half because I knew I was doing this podcast.
Well, last time we did the podcast, we did it like after the show. You were
I'm pretty sure I was in the bag. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. It was fun. That was our longest podcast ever.
Oh, oopsies. I know that was a long one.
No, it's great. It's still like people love it.
I mean,
you're a celebrity on the Singles
I have
Only
listened
tour.
to a lot of your episodes and I love them.
Yeah, thank you. It's a fun little thing.
No, it's great.
You could take it over. You can be the Singles Only West Coast side.
I mean,
you're like the female version of me, but
I am female
better.
Paul.
Or I'm the male Christina.
Oh my God, I like that.
American. You're the Canadian.
Canadian,
Paul. You're more Canadian than female.
You would think if anybody wanted a relationship, it'd be some Canadian bitch looking for an American green card. But alas, I'm still like, no.
You're American though, right?
I'll work for my papers. It's fine. No, I have a O1. I'm an extraordinary alien.
What's O1?
You can.
Is it legal? Are you allowed to talk about
yes,
this?
Yes. I'm illegal. You can Google it.
The government is listening to our podcast.
I hope so. Tell them I say hi.
We're huge in Washington. The DC Republicans.
I know you guys built the wall on the wrong side. I'm in. No, I have an O1 visa, so it's for people with extraordinary abilities. And my extraordinary ability is clearly being a fitness guru.
Yeah.
So
I've seen that. So what, now that you said you do the 4-month dry spell.
So now, I had my dry spell, but then I had that sex. So then
now you're on the prowl again?
So then I came home and I was like, oh shit. Now I've reopened the dating apps. So now, but I went on a Hinge date on Sunday.
Hinge is the thing now.
Hinge is good. I feel like the last Bumble date I went on, it was a while ago, and it was here in LA, and it was definitely like, oh, the guy, like the second you don't want to fuck him on the first date, he's like very snippy with you the next day.
How does that come up? How does he know? You're back
well,
at his place?
when I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to go home with you after the first date.
Right.
But I wasn't sold. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, there's potential here, maybe, but I wasn't sure I wanted to sleep with him.
But then he screwed himself over by being...
So then, but I am like, I think I said this on your last podcast, but I am kind of one of these girls that like, and it's going to sound so game-like, which I don't mean to be, but it's just a behavior I kind of like to see. I like to see that a guy can take a no, and then I'll probably give him the yes. But if he's going to be a little bitch and be like this, if I say no, and like freak out or be an asshole afterwards, then I'm like, well, dodged a bullet.
Dodged a bullet.
But if you take a no, and then the next day you're still texting and you're cool, I'm like, oh yeah, see, I'd bang you now. Guy. Yeah. So sometimes it's like, I mean, there's no shame in the one night stand. I just say I'm definitely freer to do that when I'm on vacation or when I'm on the road, because then I know time is precious. But if it's in this city and
What do you mean this? Are you afraid that you're going to see them again or something?
well, yeah, that could happen in the city you live in, or you
It's a
could
huge city.
run into each other. Well, not even just run into each other, but the access you have to somebody in the city that you live in is obviously much more than somebody that lives in Florida. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Sure, but
I'm not scared that the Florida guy is going to be like, hey, I'm around the corner. Can I come over? But like the guy who lives in, Valley Village could. Do you know what I mean?
But what's the downside of that? If he contacts you, you have the option of saying, yeah, come over, or B,
Yes.
don't respond.
Yes. I mean, that's true.
So there's no negative side. Yeah.
No, that's true.
So the Hinge date though went okay.
The Sunday date went good, but here's when it went where I started to get uncomfortable. I already felt like it was going to be it was a fun date. We totally got along, like for sure. And I feel like there was enough groundwork where we knew we weren't going to sleep together because
on the first date.
Yeah, because he has like a ball breaking female boss, and I was like, I love this so much. Yeah,
What does that have to do with it?
because he couldn't be fucked up on Monday at work.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but I was super excited. I was like, I don't know who this boss is, but I love her already. And so, but then that's great, right? So then I feel like less pressure. It was really fun. It was Cinco de Mayo. And we
that's
go
right,
to this
yeah.
like dive bar, Rustic in Los Feliz, or whatever people want to call it. I don't pronounce everything right. I'm at that point in my life where I'm like getting into my mom years where I mispronounce things. But anyways, but then so here's what happened. Then he starts making out with me in the bar at 6 p.m. You
Wow.
can't. I'm already not into PDA,
I'm
but
not at all.
PDA at 6 p.m.
On the Lord's Day.
Oh, I look like a hot mess. I got so. I was
So
like,
you got into it though?
no, I didn't.
You pushed them away?
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, I don't like all this PDA. It's not that I
So you're like, let's
don't
go
want to
to the
make out.
bathroom.
No, but then it was like, it just like the date kind of came to a screeching halt after the PDA.
Oh, wow. Was he an older dude?
No. He was like around my age, maybe a couple years older.
I can't see it. Why would a guy do that? That's really...
I don't know. I
Does
guess
it
I just have the
happen?
moves, Paul. I don't know what to tell you. The men, they just can't resist.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see where you went with that, Christina.
I'm just kidding.
So-
I would never be this confident unless I didn't have that margarita and a half.
Also, you just had this amazing week of sex on the Love Boat. So.
I know, and that's another thing. I will say, like
You
having
you have a glow for sure,
from
and
the
it's not
sex,
alcohol
eh?
related. Yeah, I could see
This
it.
you
Like,
keep pointing at my coffee like it's alcohol. I swear to God. Do you want It is coffee. It's a black coffee. I swear.
it is a Starbucks cup,
Yeah.
but I thought you like put wine in it, like you're hiding your alcohol. Like it's your house, you can do what
Oh
you
my
want.
God, I totally would pour wine, but I swear. Now I'm gonna open it up. Look, smell it. It's coffee.
Black wine.
Ugh, you see where I'm at, listeners? I had to prove to Paul that I'm drinking coffee out of a coffee mug.
So the guy does the PD. Has that happened before, where guys like do that? Like I would. First of all, number one, I never kiss people in public, even if I'm dating them.
I feel like on a first date, the kiss should be the last thing that happens.
Yeah.
Like that's your goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, did he kiss you goodnight? Did he kiss you goodbye? But like not in the bar at 6 p.m. I felt really uncomfortable.
Oh,
I know. But I will say, like, having sex did raise my confidence. I feel like I'm like my self-esteem's up and down, you
have
know,
a
just
glow.
like any chick. But yeah, then after I had that romance, I was like, hey, I think I might actually be cute. I felt
yeah,
good.
but you are cute, first of all, and you're hilarious. So you have a great personality. So it's like you're like the complete package. But my question to you is, you've had this. So when you are sex cameling and you come out of sex cameling,
Yeah.
what I've heard from women is then you're like, I need to have sex all the time.
Yes, that's
When
very
you're
true.
not having it, you don't notice it.
I mean, it's still Jill off all the time.
Chill off.
I just pointed at my vibrators like they were on display, which they're
on
not.
display.
But the maid was here yesterday, and I realized I didn't hide any of them. There's only really 2 that you really notice, but it was like, oh shit.
So what's going to happen now that you need to have this? I mean, jilling off is one thing, but then
Yeah.
you still have to have the sex.
I know. Where am I at right now?
So
with
what about the
forecasting?
Hinge guy? Is he going to get a second date?
Yeah, I would probably go out with him again.
So you
and I
guys
feel
can
like- I feel like-
69 or something on the
I feel
second
like
date.
nobody likes 69ing, Paul.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. No, I'm
This
not.
meeting is over.
Are you kidding me? Do you want to hear my argument on 69ing?
I think it's the greatest thing I'd rather 69 than have sex sometimes.
Okay. I can't relax enough to
That's the
have
point.
my orgasm
Oh, that's different.
when I'm focusing on yours. I'm happy to give blowies, but I need to one thing at a time. I can relax to enjoy getting mine, or I can focus and give you yours. But I find when both are happening at the same time, it's very distracting.
Oh, I'm a big fan. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
And also, it's efficient. Think about how much time you save.
But is it if the girl's not really coming?
Well, if that's you for you, yeah. But for other people, I don't think it's an issue.
I mean, maybe.
I've heard that though.
Yeah,
I find
it just a little.
But it's twice as fast. I mean, think about that. Like, you save at least 7 minutes of time.
I know, but
do you know how many episodes of
I feel like
Alf you could watch? I don't know.
Oh my God. Can't believe you're still watching Elf.
I'm forcing myself to watch every episode.
Or that you're just still using that as a reference.
It's in the
How long have you been doing comedy for?
It's in the background when you're...
Have you been doing comedy for 20 years too?
Yes. No.
30 years?
I wish. If I did, my life would be... I could be my own hashtag.
You're a veteran.
Sex camel or date coach. No, but I feel like... no, because it's in the background while I'm 69. I'm like, oh, we could still watch the rest of Elf. Or Barney Miller. I'm a big fan of Barney Miller.
Oh, yeah, Barney Miller. How old are you?
Your age, a little older than you.
Okay.
But I
no, people could tell what those references.
I didn't watch. No. I didn't watch. I watched Alf as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
But Barney Miller was before my time.
Oh, yeah.
But now I don't have. I'm one of the only people who doesn't have Netflix or anything. So I have cable, and I record all these things on MeTV. I think it is. All those like Mork and Mindy shows that don't hold up, but Barney Miller holds up.
No, I love it.
It's such a good show.
I think it's cool.
I was too young to. I remember it would come on like late at night when I was like probably like 6 or 7. But
yeah. I vaguely remember it, but you're right.
It was from 70. It's from It started before we were born, but it went to like 83, I think.
Yeah.
Or 82. So.
Yeah. Wow. Well, we just went from talking about 69ing to Barney Miller, so
that's how I measure time, because then I can watch the rest of the episode. 69 will be done. We don't have time for sex.
So
you came, I came, it's over. That's how it works. Okay, so you're not going to 69 the Hinge dude.
No, but then I made another Hinge date for today at lunch.
Did you go?
No, well, he felt very bad. He's like, this wasn't a brush off. But what's funny is I already kind of didn't want to go on that date today.
Those are the best when people cancel on you.
I know.
You want to cancel already.
I love it when they cancel. But I mean, I gave him a lunch date, so you knew I wasn't like super on board in the first place.
Lunch date is the best way to start anyway.
Yeah, so it would have been fine, and I was like, it was fine. And then I had a weird morning where I randomly woke up at 7 a.m. for like no reason. Is that happening when you get older?
No.
Or just like wake up early for no reason?
I don't go to sleep till I don't fall asleep sometimes till 7 in the morning.
Oh shit.
That's even worse.
Oh yeah, no. I think I was in bed by like 12:30. But then I woke up and then I was gonna go to like a cardio bar class, and then I didn't go. And then I went back to sleep at like 9, and then I didn't wake up till like 11:20. And then I was like, oh shit, this date's at 12:30. And so then I confirmed. I don't like giving people my phone number until
I don't
after I meet them. So then I went back on the app and I messaged him. I was like, oh, just confirming 12:30. And he goes, oh my God, I had this work thing and blah, 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 and I can't. And I swear to God, I really want to meet you. And I was like, no, dude, it's good.
So you rescheduled?
Yeah. And then
tomorrow?
No, I said for him to message me next week.
You should take him back to the place where you had the PDA with Cinco de Mayo and just be like, that'll be your spot. So they see you every time. They're like, she's back.
I had that in Toronto where I kept on taking guys to Hemingway's, the same bar.
It's a good way then you can see how they you let them
judge. Then the bartender's like, I liked yesterday's guy better.
There was a bar in Chicago and I used to drink a lot, and I'd go there all the time. And I'd be Marquee Lounge. It was a bar by my house, but I used to go there on all my dates or like after shows. This is before I did comedy. When I was a musician, I'd go there to like close the deal, like have a drink with them and see if I like them and then see if they come back. But then it became then those girls started liking the place and they started going there on their own. So I'd have to call them and be like, hey, is Veronica there?
Oh no.
I'm like, fuck. So I'd have to go to a different bar. Yeah.
That's kind of stalkery, though. That if she knows that that's your local,
but it's also
and then
everyone.
She's gonna keep hanging out at that bar.
It's just a cool bar.
Okay.
Go to Marquee Lounge at Alston. Like they're our sponsor.
No, I love Chicago.
It's not our sponsor, but it's a great bar because it's like in Lincoln Park is a very young area.
Yeah.
But,
is that where you live?
That's where I live.
Yeah. Because I wasn't far from Zanies, right?
Yeah, it's close to Zanies.
Yeah.
Old Town and those places are young, so it's hard to find a bar that has like all ages and like has a great jukebox and like good drinks. Like they're just strong drinks and
that's why I like the Valley and I like Toluca Lake because I feel like the dive bars in the Valley are cool and got a solid age range. And for sure, Toluca Lake, like if you go out in happy hour, it's all like people working at the studios.
I don't know what any of this stuff means.
Anyways,
I just know what Lake Hollywood was.
Yeah, I live in Lake Hollywood. Nobody knows where it is.
I didn't know. I was like, there's a lake here?
I know.
Whoa.
I know. It's mysterious. It's very central, yet nobody knows where it is.
Okay, so let's get back on topic here.
Okay.
Do you have another cruise planned or another?
I do, but my next one's not for a few months. So
is there going to be a romance on that one?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I like the way that we ended our romance, right? Because it was like, well, it was like he asked me to send him like the pictures of us, and I was like, well, you want evidence? Very cool. And then he was just like, oh, I really hope our paths cross again.
Do you guys don't talk on a reg then?
Not really. Like that was kind of it, and I feel like that was a sweet ending.
See, that's weird to me. I would want to keep talking to the person.
I don't know. I'm like
things that would remind you of stuff. Like if you guys went to a candle store.
I'm telling you, I feel like I would. Trust me. There's moments where I want to text him and be like, oh, like this made me think of you, or something like,
and you don't
kinky
do
or
it?
hot and happy. No, because he has a girlfriend. I don't feel comfortable keeping up the communication.
But they're open.
I know, but I'm still like, I'm still kind of. It's
what
still
about
so
if you
fresh.
Email it?
It's still so fresh that I'm like, there still could be a moment where she wants to communicate with me, or maybe she wants to reach out and be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, which I'm fine. And I told him, I was like, if she wants to communicate with me or know who I am, it's fine. Like I'm kind of.
What? She's going to communicate with you? Why?
Because they're in an open relationship, and sometimes that's how it works. Sometimes the girls want to.
They want to know who the other person is?
Yes.
Oh, I wouldn't want to know that.
See, that's the thing. I'm like you, and I'm kind of hoping she doesn't want the communication. I'm being a bit of a coward here, but if she does, of course, I'll be like super nice and great.
Yeah, I don't.
But that could. So that's why, in a weird way, I don't know. I'm kind of fine with the kind of open-ended ending. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, I hope maybe I run into you or we meet again on another cruise and this happens again. But I don't know if I want to keep up the communication.
I think this polyamory, maybe I'm too old school.
And I'm still so new at this poly stuff, and I'm a bit of a baby with it.
Yeah.
So
I like dating multiple people.
Yeah. Because then it's like if he's texting this other girl all the time, do you know what I mean? I don't want to be that girl either. I don't want to like monopolize his time. I want him to actually focus on his girlfriend.
Do you really want him to?
Yes, of course. What if they really want traditional things?
They don't want traditional things.
I guess not, actually. What if she does? We don't know.
Oh my God, this
I don't know enough about her.
Such a clusterfuck. I would not want to get involved.
But that's what I'm saying. I like the self-contained romance. I like going away. It was great, and then I go home, and then that's it.
But my version is better. It's regional contractual obligation.
Exactly. But are you saying that you need to keep up like talking to somebody every day?
No, but when you're in town, so this is how it works. I'm working out the kinks, but I have it worked out because I brought it up enough.
I do like
to
it.
like. As a lawyer, I can think of all the possibilities of where litigation is going to come, where there's going to be conflicts.
Yeah.
So the first issue is when you're like, let's say you and I were in one. So when you come to Chicago, then you're priority, unless I'm in a relationship or you're in a relationship.
Right.
But if we're both single, then I'm the Chicago boyfriend.
Yes. And I feel like I have romances like this.
That's what you should.
I like it.
It's better than this polyamory.
I got a Maui boyfriend for sure. And anytime I go to Maui and he's single and I'm single, then we do it for a week or whatever.
But it's not just doing like you as a comic, you're in a city and you don't have anything to do and you want to go, you don't want to eat all your meat. I do like to eat by myself a lot, but like you want to have someone to like do shit with when you're in town. And that's like
No, totally. Like on the cruise ship, I felt like that guy was my boyfriend for a week. It was
Lincoln,
perfect.
Nebraska.
Dinners and hanging out and working together. It was great. And the same with Maui boyfriend. Anytime I go to Maui, we're both single. We're hanging out every day.
But you can do this in all these cities and just have the dude. And it's not even about the sex or the 69ing in your case because you love 69ing. But I'm just saying, like, you have someone to hang out with in that city and like be like, hey, I want to go check out the Clinton Museum in Arkansas. You have someone to go with.
Right. I mean, maybe I'll send him a message. Maybe in like a week. It's still quite fresh. It's only like 2 weeks old, so it's not like the communication's really I could see him watching an Instagram story or whatever. So it's like, well, okay, so we're still looking or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's,
I'm gonna start this whole regional contractual thing. It's better.
I really do like this.
It's better than your polyamory thing because and then I could have a hashtag where it's just called like. Dating guru or whatever, but it's gonna be like regional whatever the
regional
contractual
monogamy
RGM.
It's
like a new. I'm gonna be a fucking cult dude.
I do think it's good though.
RGM.
Like I would like a boyfriend. I feel like maybe I have a boyfriend in Toronto. I got a boyfriend in Maui, and I got a boyfriend in Florida. I do like it a lot.
CRM, maybe regional contractual monogamy.
Regional contractual monogamy.
And
so
then think about all these
RCM,
cities you go to. You can have things. Not New York, because clearly it's too hard.
New York is just too exciting. There's too many. There's still so much new D to discover.
But Lincoln, Nebraska.
Although, can I tell you this? This is kind of sad though. So I got to New York really late when I was about to board the Escape. And because I like New York so much, I was like, I didn't care. I got in late, like 11:30 p.m. And I was like, oh, it's New York. Last call's at 4. I'm going out. I spent like $80 on an Uber.
And went into the city?
No, I didn't even go. No, because it was going to be like 85 or something to get into Manhattan. So then I ended up going to Astoria because it was cheaper. And then I went out to this bar in Astoria that I just like looked up on Yelp, and it looked like a nice like Irish pub during the day, but in the night it was terrifying, and it was like a nightclub, and it was I've never felt like a bigger loser. Like I just spent $50 going to an like
just
a
to
bar
spend for 4 hours.
I like had a beer, and then I went to another bar, but then a guy actually bought me a beer. Then I went for a slice of pizza. At least the slice of pizza was like, I feel like the pizza was worth the price of the Uber.
You were in the Big Apple is what they call it.
Yeah, but then I also am at the age where I should not be going out to meet men at midnight. Like,
but what would you have done anyway? Like, it'd be like,
I know I couldn't have done anything. I had to be on the ship by like 11 a.m. the next day. But I feel like the hours for a girl my age to go out and like socialize with men are after work. Like I should be going to the bar at like 5 p.m., 6 p.m.
I know, but I hate that. Then your whole day is shot if you start drinking. For me, I can't.
But I wouldn't drink all night. It would still only have like a couple drinks, right? So you do like that kind of happy hour shift, and then you call it. Then I come home and I drink tea and I, write and watch TV.
Or wine in a Starbucks cup.
I swear to God, it's coffee, Paul.
We're gonna have to take a picture with it. But see, like if you're on a time, this is the thing.
But those are the hours I should be drinking, not late at night. I shouldn't be drinking at midnight anymore. I'm fucking 40. But I mean, unless I'm at home with a charcuterie board alone. But
if you're drinking after a show, like I don't drink before my shows. I drink after the show. So.
I know. Well, then that makes sense. But on an off day, I feel like the good hours to go out as a single chick are like after work. Yeah. Because then people are coherent. And
if you start drinking at midnight after your shows and you got to get to bed by 2, you want to save time, 69. Look at that. It'll fucking rhyme.
I'll never come. Just so you know. I'll never relax enough. I'll be too focused.
Well, that's why you dodged the bullet. Christina, we are out of time. We went over again.
We always go over time. Because there's no voice of reason, and Patty, we need you here. That's it. We need Patty.
A voice of reason. That's what happened.
Two pro-single people.
It's just like yes-anding everything.
I know. Yeah, it's true.
And this could be better. And then we can make a contractual monogamy, but polyamory at the same time.
I love it. I'm telling you, you're onto something. I'm super on board.
RCM. I'm going to start it. I'm going to write a fucking... Didn't that guy write the book about polyamory? The one that you talked about last time?
I read The Ethical Slut. It was written by 2 women. 2 women.
So I'm going to... You and I are going to write RCM.
I will totally write that book with you.
Lesson number 1.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
you could tell the story about the MySpace, the New Year's Eve. Do you want to... The commercial will be...
Do you want to cry alone in a bar after a guy tells you he has a girlfriend?
The commercial. We'll do a commercial where you're like, "Are you tired of this?" And then it'll be you reenacting that situation. You're at a payphone calling him, and then like, "We've got the answer for you." And then I come in with a lawsuit. It's like a lawyer commercial. Be like RCM, and then we create the contracts for them too.
Yes, I like it. God. But it's just going to get awkward when the contract has to be broken when somebody gets into a relationship.
It's not broke. It's just not active.
Okay.
It can be inactive and activated.
Yeah, I do like it. That's RCM. My favorite kind of romance. Oh, do you ever go back to... Oh, no, sorry. It's over.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, but have you ever tried to recreate a moment like that?
All the time.
And then,
it's called the alumni card. We talked about it in an episode. It hasn't been released yet.
Oh, yeah, the alumni card.
You have the alumni card, right?
That's
if
good.
you've had a relationship with someone, like you had a connection and you can go back to that. It's like going back to your old college.
I really like that, the alumni card.
You get to go back.
But do you find that the sex is as good the second time anyway?
Sometimes, yeah.
But it's never.
I'm not
as
sex-oriented anymore. I'm an older gentleman.
Really? Says the 69 guy? Really?
69 is fun.
No, it's bullshit.
No, it's cool. The millennials don't do it. You can teach them. Christina, where can people find out more about you other than on your hashtag fitness guru?
I am a fitness guru. Check out my fitness guru stories at Walkinshaw. So it's, walk in sauce, like spaghetti sauce. It's a play on my last name, Christina Walkinshaw. And at Walkinshaw on everything, on Twitter, on Instagram, even on Tumblr, if anybody's still on there. I guess I'm on LinkedIn. I think I'm on MySpace. I don't know.
I'm going to add you on LinkedIn.
And then other than that, I don't know. I like to hang out the Red Door in Toluca Lake. Find me there.
Find me there. Find her there pushing off guys trying to PDA her.
Oh, my God. No PDA, but I love the pizza. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Christina, for another amazing episode of Singles Only Podcast. I have so much fun when we do this.
It's always so fun.
And thank you all for listening. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our sponsors and write us if you have questions that you want us to ask people or concerns about the stuff that we're bringing up, or if you want to join RCM.